Hi fun and funky friends! My name is Kari and welcome back to Kari's Book Brew. If this is your first time here, that subscribe button down below is keen to meet you. And let's get on into the video. So this is the first reading vlog of May. It's May 1st. It's a Sunday. Now, it's been a rough day so far. This morning I just woke up and my panic just immediately hit me, and then my depression really kicked my butt. Then I turned on some Hunger Games, and for some reason that healed my soul. For some reason. And then I did some reading sprints with my mom, because reading heals the soul. And so does your mama. And so now I'm waiting for her to finish playing her stupid video game so we can read more. But I'm feeling a lot better now. I kicked my depression's butt. And so yeah, let me update you on what I'm reading. For the first book of May, I'm starting off with The Final Strife by Sarah L. Arifi. Ooh boys! So okay. I don't even know where to start. So this is a very high fantasy adult novel that has a lot of Arabian mythology and I believe Middle Eastern mythology mixed into it, because the author Sarah L. Arifi is from Middle Eastern heritage. And this book, guys, so this book starts off with Scylla. So she is in this world. So in this world, there are 3 different blood types. There's the red-blooded people, / the embers, who are like the bourgeoisie of this empire. They are like the richest, they're the most elite. The red bloods are considered like top tier individuals. Then you have your blue bloods. Those are your dusters. Those are not, the blue bloods are basically what you would consider to be almost like very lower middle class. I don't know, it's really complicated. So let me tell you about the other. So then there's the clear bloods. Now the clear bloods are considered the scum of the earth. They are the most ignored. This doesn't mean that they're slaves. They are literally in the eyes of the embers and most dusters, not worthy to be breathing the same air as them. They consider clear-blooded people to literally be the scum of the earth. It's very sad. It's the caste system in this is high commentary. There's a lot of commentary on this caste system. The clear bloods, though, when they're born, they get their tongues and their hands cut off, so it makes it difficult to communicate. The embers do this because they consider the clear bloods to only be valuable for work, to take care of them. And so they've adapted a lot of tools and such, so that way the clear bloods use their forearms and other limbs to help them clean. Which, I mean, it's cool seeing assistive technology in a high fantasy novel. We really don't get to see that. The disability rep in this is very interesting. The clear bloods, because they don't have hands or full tongues, they have developed their own language, and so it's not like sign language. They used their whole body and they've created this language in order to communicate with one another. And a lot of people don't know this language, but it starts off with Scylla, our main character. So Scylla is red-blooded, but she passes as a duster. I want to say 20 years before. So there's this iconic story is that there were 12 children who were 12 ember children who were swapped with 12 duster children. These 12 ember children, because they're red-blooded, were put in this Umbrella Academy type situation, and they were trained to one day take part in this ritualistic ceremony that decides the wardens of this empire, called the Aktabar, where you declare your action and then you compete against other embers to take up the mantle of these wardens. And so these Ember children were taken and raised under this one couple in this company called the Sandstorm and / the Final Strife to one day take over. Now we're following Scylla 6 years after the death of everyone in the Sandstorm. She's addicted to these things called joba seeds, which is like it's not a psychedelic, it's like a painkiller. It numbs her. She is an addict. She is feeling a lot of guilt over what happened in Sandstorm. We don't know what happened. Then we meet Hassa. Hassa is a trans female and she is a ghosting. Scylla has learned the ghosting's language just by hanging out with Hassa. Scylla is also a fighter under this kind of like fighting boss. And anyways, one day someone from her past pops up and she finds out who her true mother is, and she goes into the Ember territory to confront the fake daughter, and her name is Anor. She meets Anor, the daughter of one of the wardens, and she makes Scylla this deal. She says, train me to complete the Actabar and I will show you how to do blood runes. Blood runes are traditionally only something that red-blooded, the Embers, can do, because it can only be done with red blood. But Anor has found a way around this because she's been pretending to be an Ember all these years. Like, obviously her mother knows, and a very tight-knit circle of people know that Anor is not actually the daughter of one of the wardens. She's actually blue-blooded. So it is, there's just like a lot going on. There is a female-female romance in this. Not so far. I'm 70% into this, and so far it's very slow burn. And I just need it to pick up the freaking pace. Come on, Miss Sarah. Come on. But this is completely pulling me out of my reading slump. I was in such a reading slump. I was in a reading hangover after The Bone Season by Samantha Shannon. And I just really needed a high fantasy book with very intense world building. And this book delivered. This world is very hard to get used to, but at the same time you get used to it very quickly. This is written so incredibly well. As a new to me author, I think this is her first novel. She's incredible. Miss Sarah, you've done a great job. So a part of the Actabar, though, is that there are, I want to say 6 trials for every warden faction. So Anor is training under Warden of Strength, and all the trials have been freaking crazy so far. You barely get any notice. They really mess with your brain. They're very different every year. It's kind of Hunger Games-esque. Part of the deal that Anor made with Scylla is that Scylla can no longer do joba seeds, and so Scylla keeps one joba seed in her pocket as motivation, as resilience. It's kind of I imagine a sobriety chip almost. It's that reminder that she's still persevering and she's getting past her addiction. It's very intense. There's a lot of representation in this. What I love is that there's also the Musawa. So there's women, men, and Musawa. Musawa are non-binary folks, and the main worldly being that they worship in this empire, that all of their lore is based around, is a Musawa, and so they use a lot of they, them pronouns when talking about this higher being. This is a very complex world. It's exactly what I needed. You get into it very easily. It is so wonderful. I have been writing down so many notes about this. One of my favorite books. I accidentally pressed the stop record button. But I did get a reading journal, so super cute. But I've been taking lots of notes. And one of my favorite quotes from this so far is, "She was not born to sparkle, she was born to burn," which I really love. There is a lot of really amazing quotes in this. All of the characters so far have so much depth to them. You read this primarily from Scylla's POV, but Anor gets her own POV and Hassa gets her own POV. Hassa's story's crazy, y'all, because you think that she's just this ghosting friend of Scylla's, and it turns out she's part of this whole organization to free the ghostings, man. And that's not a spoiler because it comes out very soon in the story. And it's freaking crazy. It is so intense. Miss Hassa, man. She keeps, from Scylla's point of view when she's talking to Hassa, she's just ooh, that's sketchy, you know, that's pretty weird that she knows that. Like, what is she hiding from me? And Hasa's just like, oh my gosh, Sila doesn't know the truth. Hasa knows everything. Hasa is this like all-knowing, manipulative, sketchy, strategic spy woman, and I freaking love it. So good. But yeah, this book literally has everything. It has a wonderful disability rep, it has wonderful LGBTQ rep, it has wonderful POC rep. So one part of the Duster's jobs is that people who commit crimes, they get put on this rack, and it's the one where like all 4 of your limbs are spread, and they twist these gears until literally they burst. The people literally burst, their intestines fall out, their limbs burst, their blood burst, oh, their head explodes. It's very graphic, very gruesome. Not even what I just said is an accurate description and detailed description of what is actually written. So be very careful going into that. Oh, and one of the main things with the blood runes is that they have to like stick a needle in their arm to draw the blood out to write with it. And that's really interesting. So they're called styluses, and you have to have your own design for you. So I think I've touched on all the major stuff. Like I said, this world is very complex. I could literally talk about this for hours and not even get close to everything that's happened so far. This is so incredible. So far, it's definitely 5 out of 5 stars, and I imagine it's going to stay 5 out of 5 stars. And I still have 25% of the book left. But I don't know what I'm going to read next. Here he is, live and in person. Aw, baby. He's so sweet. I'm hoping to finish the book tonight. I do have my practicum in the morning, so it's very unlikely that I will finish it tonight, but I'm gonna sprint with my mom in a few minutes. And yeah, I will catch you on the flip-flop. Guys, stop it. Okay, but like literally stop it. Why? Why does this happen every time? Why? Huh? Why? Anyways. Hey. Like, how can you deny all this great content? I mean, it's just too cute. You're just too cute. Okay. Okay, you can be in it while I talk. Anor. Okay, so Anor is like really scared of the dark. She's really scared of confined spaces. Her adoptive mother used to like lock her up in really tight spaces and leave her alone in the dark like a lot throughout her life, and so she's incredibly terrified of it. She has horrible anxiety, and her freaking mother made the trial of the mind, the third trial, they put them in a dark confined place. And so Sila was telling her, you know, like build a castle, you know, really like literally build it from the ground up, brick by brick, and imagine it in your mind. And panic rose in her throat when she heard the key turn in the lock, but she quashed it. Block by block, like Silas said, take each piece and build a castle, a fortress to lord over. The bricks fell into place, then the walls. She added furniture and filled the bathroom with scented oils. Finally, she imagined hundreds of plates of fried yams just for her and Sila. Oh, no. Not the fried yams. It's so cute. I just want them to be together. They're so cute. Okay, guys, I finished it. I finished The Final Strife by Sarah L. Arifi. Miss Sarah, what have you done? This was amazing. This was so fantastic. I'm so happy I decided to pick this up. This is exactly what I needed for my fantasy world building vibes. It is what I needed. This was absolutely perfect. All of the trials were outstanding. I love the last one, the combat trial. Once you know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. Oh, this is so good. I cannot wait for more people to read this in June. Oh my gosh. This is going to be like top tier reads by the end of this year. This was everything I wanted and more. I love Sila. I love how unapologetic she is about herself. I love how strong she is. Her relationship with Anor, Hasa, how dedicated she is to the Empire, everything that happened with like connecting the map. I mean, Hasa is just a great spy. She's just a great spy. I really loved her story. I love finding out like her being like undocumented and how she's used that to her advantage with the elders and the ghostings, how the sleeping sickness was in this. It was just, oh gosh. The writing in this was fantastic. The world in this was so amazing. Oh, and now we've got yellow blood. Won't tell you how. No, it is, I mean, I was just about to say, no, you can't mix red and blue. That makes purple. Oh my gosh. Yeah, this was 10 out of 10 stars. No, this was definitely a 5 out of 5 star read. This was such a great way to kick off the month. I am so happy with this. Fantastic. However, the problem lies, I don't know what to read now. I'm in a conundrum. This book did not give me a book hangover though, for now. I did just finish it, so I'm probably gonna ride the book high for a while. But yeah, this dealt amazingly with representation of all kinds, especially addiction. You don't really get to see well written addiction, especially in a fantasy book. Hey, groovy friends. My mom is the best. She sent me a box of books because I need them. So I just wanted to do like what I put in there because I plan on reading these very soon. So first she sent me Amari and the Night Brothers. I'm really excited for this. This is a middle grade. It's a very popular middle grade. It's actually getting turned into a movie soon, I think. So I'm really excited for that one. Then the Mime Order. The second one in the Bone Season. The Bone Season absolutely killed me. It put me in a book hangover, and this will sober me right up. So, yeah. Then I have Gear Breakers because it is a PI month, and I want to try to add a little bit more into my TBR. I already have a good bit, but I wanted some backups just in case. Then I have Jadefire Gold, which I need to get to so badly. I have given a synopsis of this so many times, and I have still not read it. And I feel like I have, but I also have not. Lastly, I had her Pack Me Monstrous, which is a very popular graphic novel. It is very gory and it deals very heavily in like gods. So Becca from Becca in the Book, she's hosting her Bookopoly this month, and one of the roles was pick a book with like gods. And this just fit perfectly. I already have a lot to read for this month, so I'm trying to fit whatever I can. Sadly, I just didn't have any books that fit that prompt that I was reading this month, but you know what? 2 birds, 1 stone. So yeah, that was really fun. I just wanted to do a quick thing for that. And I have not started Fortunes of Jaded Women yet. I've actually been filming and editing videos just all day. And then I also went on social media and just been doing a lot for everything with Roe versus Wade, but I'm not going to go into politics. This is bookish content. So yeah, I did not get any reading done today, but I'm going to make some pizza, watch an episode of Angel, and then get to it. Alright, I'll see you later. Hi! It is Thursday, May 5th. He's so dramatic. Anyways, it's May something, but it's Thursday. And I have not read any of The Fortunes of Jaded Women. I have been working so hard to catch up on all my homework and the reading sprints that I am doing with my mom. We have separated the Escaping from Houdini book into like page sections. So it's like a proper buddy read, and we can talk about like what we've read as we're reading it together. So we are 80 pages in, and it's so much better than the other two, especially better than Hunting Prince Dracula. I just really love the whole carnival magician theme to it. I am really enjoying like all the tarot cards and the magic tricks, and the murders are just like really gory, and her and Thomas are just like finally together, and it's just it's so much better than the other two. We're both really enjoying it. It's a great time. Then I am also, because I'm doing my SJM Chronicles, I have also split up Throne of Glass into page sections, because that really worked for me with Assassin's Blade, reading a certain, like, 1 or 2 books, or like 1 or 2 novellas in 1 week. So I split that up the same way with Throne of Glass. And so I am 43 pages in. So, you know, Kale and Dorian have already arrived at the mines, given her the offer. She just arrived at the palace. So that's going really well. So yeah, I just, I haven't had any time to read The Fortunes of Jaded Women. I've just been pouring what reading time I do have into those, but I'm officially done with homework for the entire, as an undergrad, I'm done with homework. So I only have my TPA to work on, which if you don't know what that is, it's like this big project that you have to do as a special educator. And it's a lot of work. So I am working to get that finished up so I can submit it by May 19th. And yeah, I'm just not really feeling The Fortunes of Jaded Women right now. I'm so sorry. Harry is going to the bathroom right now and he wipes his paws on the door. So if you can hear that, I apologize. But yeah, I don't really know what to... Like, I'm really enjoying these books, but aside from that, I don't really know what to read. I'm just not feeling The Fortunes of Jaded Women right now. I'm kind of in my, like, my period drama. Not, like, menstruation. Like, Bridgerton and Pride and Prejudice and that kind of stuff. But not the one with Keira Knightley. I love Keira Knightley, but I'm talking about the one with Colin Firth. My original Mr. Darcy. Kind of, I'm in that era. I'm back in that era. So I think I'm gonna pick up Bridgerton 1, The Duke and I, and I'm rewatching season 1 right now. So that just seems like a really good time to do it. I watched Little Women last night, by the one with that Greta Gerwig made with Miss Emma Watson and Saoirse Ronan and the love of my life, Florence Pugh. I love Florence Pugh. Yeah, so I think I'm gonna get back into that and try to catch up on all of my reading for these 2 books, and then maybe hop into Bridgerton 1, and then depending on how I feel after that, hop into Bridgerton 2. But yeah, I will update you a little bit more on these 2 other books. I am really enjoying Houdini. Like I said, it's better than the first 2. I just like the vibes more. I think it's a lot more atmospheric, and it's kind of giving me Caraval vibes. And then Throne of Glass, I mean, Miss Sarah Janet always does me right. She's never done me dirty. This was the first series that I ever read of hers back in 2014. OG fan. So yeah, I will catch you up later. Hi friends! So it is Friday. I haven't gotten a lot done this week reading wise. It's really just been a lot of homework and classes and just cleaning and wrapping up my life. But I got caught up on my Houdini pages. I love, like, I know it's called Escaping from Houdini. I don't know why I didn't think that Harry Houdini was going to be in this, but he is. And it's like him young. So that is really cool. Just seeing all of the tricks and Audrey Rose and Thomas like trying to figure out like how you do them. It's very Now You See Me. And then I am caught up on my Throne of Glass pages, and oh, I wish I could say I forget every time I read a Sarah J Maas book how much I love Sarah J Maas, but I can't, because I love Miss Sarah Janet all year long. Her books are just so good. Her books are just what I associate with fantasy. Truly, when I think of fantasy, I think of her books. She hits every element for me. And she just does it so well. She does it perfectly. I love her writing, and it's so crazy this was the first book she came out with, and the writing is just progressed so much, and it's still so good even at the beginning like this. And I still, every time I read a book of hers, I go back, and when I read it, I find a new detail that I missed the first time around, or the second time around, or the 14,000th time around. Her books are just so good. I love Dorian. It's crazy to know how far he comes in his story, and same thing with Kale. And yeah, I'm really loving these. I'm really loving these 2 books this week. I'm happy I was able to get caught up on my pages for them. And I'm only 2 chapters into Fortunes of Jaded Women. I am just really not feeling it right now. I might feel it a little bit later on, but I'm in my period drama era right now, so I don't really know. I will probably get to Bridgerton, which is gonna be a separate video. So yeah, I just got back from the store and I'm gonna read for a little bit, and I just threw in some laundry and it's gonna be a very chill night. So I am gonna end it here so I can edit this and get it out by tomorrow. So yeah, I hope you all have a great weekend, or you had a great weekend by the time this comes out. And I will see you next week. Thanks so much, witches. Bye!